Hi, this is Anil from Learning Lad Education, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can speed up your Windows 10 computer's performance. And to do that, we're not going to use any external softwares. So after installing the Windows 10 in your laptop and using it for some time, you may notice that your computer is getting slower, and there are some techniques which you can apply to your computer and make your computer run faster. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to disable unused unwanted startup programs. And to disable the startup programs, you need to right click on any of the empty space in the taskbar, and once you're gonna right click, you need to click on task manager. Once you're in the task manager, you guys can select a tab called startup, and in this startup tab you guys can see the startup programs which are set up in your computer. So what happens is whenever you install new softwares, some softwares used to add small programs called startup programs. For example, if you're gonna install the Java, then Java adds a small startup program to check for the new updates. And these startup programs are gonna start when you start your computer and log into your Windows 10 operating system, and they're gonna take the system resources, they're gonna take the processing time, and also they're gonna take some memory. So hence they are responsible for the slowness of your system to some extent. So what we can do is we can disable the unwanted startup programs. So here in this startup tab, you guys can see a lot of startup programs, and what you can do is you can identify the programs which you don't use very often. So you can identify the softwares which you don't frequently use, and also the softwares which you think you don't want them to have the startup programs. Identify them and then select them and click on this disable button. Here I have this Adobe Acrobat Speed Launcher, and I don't want this program to run in the startup. So I just have to select this, and then I need to click on this disable. So once you're gonna click on that disable button, you guys can see the status is changed to disable. It means that the next time when I log in, this program will not start as a startup program. So similarly, you guys can identify the programs which you don't want to run in the startup and disable them. So once you have disabled all the programs, close this window. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to reduce the runtime services. To reduce the runtime services, first open run. So click on the start button and type run, and it will show this run desktop app. Just click on that and it's gonna open up the run. Here you need to type ms config, and after that click on OK. It will open up this system configuration window, and here you guys can see a tab called services. Click on that. It's gonna list all the services which are installed in your computer. So what you can do is you can hide all the Microsoft services. These Microsoft services are important for your operating system to function properly. So we don't want to disable those services. We just want to disable the services which were added by any external software which you have installed. So click on this hide all Microsoft services, and all the Microsoft operating system related services will not be shown now. So now you guys can see all the services added by the external softwares. So identify the services which you don't think they are necessary, and just select them and disable them. For example, I can disable this Intel services. So just select those services which you don't think they are not important and disable them. So once you identify and disable all the services, click on apply and OK, and it will ask you to restart your computer or exit without restart. I'm gonna exit without restart because I need to show a lot more tips to make your Windows 10 run faster. So now the next step is we need to change the power options settings, and we need to set for high performance. So just open up the start menu by clicking on the start button and type in power options, and it will show this app power options control panel. Click on that and it will open up this power options window. By default, when you open up this one, it will be in the balanced mode. So just change that to high performance mode and then close this window. Alright, now the next thing that we need to do in order to improve the performance of your Windows 10 computer is to delete all the temporary junk files. So to delete all the temporary files, you need to open up the run. I'm gonna press the Windows and R key in my keyboard and it's gonna launch the run directly. So here you need to type in temp, T-E-M-P, and after typing T-E-M-P, click on OK. And it will open up a folder with all the temporary files. And here you guys can see I don't have a lot of temporary files because I just cleaned it before this tutorial. That's why you can see less number of files here. In your computer you guys may find more files and folders. Select all of them and delete them. So once you're gonna delete that, close the folder and again open up the run, and this time type in percentage temp percentage and then click on OK, and it will open up another folder with all the temporary files and folders, and select all of them and again right click and delete them. And if some files cannot be deleted, then just skip them, and after doing that, close the window and again open up the run command, and this time you need to type in prefetch, P-R-E-F-E-T-C-H, and then click on OK or press the enter button. And if your permission is needed to access the folder, give the permission by clicking on continue, and it will open up a lot of files and folders, and select all of them and delete them. And if some files cannot be deleted, then just skip them. And after deleting all the files and folders, close this window. Now again open up the run command, and this time you need to type in recent and click OK. And this folder will contain the shortcuts to the recently opened files and folders. And you guys can see here, my folder is empty because I deleted all these files just before making this tutorial, and that's why this folder is empty. In your case, you guys may find a lot of shortcuts here. Just select all of them and delete them. Once you're gonna delete them, close the window. Now these are the commands you guys need to type in and execute to delete the junk files, and you guys can execute these commands once in a week or once in 3 or 4 days. So regularly you can delete the temporary files and make your computer run faster. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to clean up the memory by using the disk cleanup facility. So first open up the Windows Explorer. Here I have this PC icon. I'm gonna double click on here and it will open up the Windows Explorer, and you guys can directly press Windows and E key in your keyboard and it will launch this Windows Explorer. And here select the drive where you have installed the Windows 10 operating system and right click on that drive and go to properties, and it will open up this properties window, and here you guys can see an option called disk cleanup. Click on that. Now it will scan your drive and list all the unused or temporary files, and sometimes it's gonna take some time, so patiently wait for that to complete. Alright, once it's gonna scan and list these files, here you guys can again see another option called clean up system files. Click on that, and now this will scan again and list all the files. Just wait for this scan to complete. Alright, once the scan is complete, it's gonna list out all the junk files. In files to delete, you select all these options, Windows Defender, downloaded program files, temporary internet files. Select all of them, including the recycle bin. And if you guys don't want to delete any of these folders, then just uncheck the box. Otherwise, select all the options available here and then click on OK, and it will say, are you sure you want to permanently delete these files? Click on delete files, and it will delete all those unnecessary files in your computer. Okay, once it is done, click on OK and close this window. Alright, now the last tip that I want to tell you guys is about the visual effects. So while using the Windows 10 operating system, you guys may probably seen a lot of animations and themes running in your computer. So these animations and themes, they're gonna use up the computer processing time and also the memory. So what you can do is you can disable all these animations and make your computer to run faster. So the choice is yours. If you want your computer to look better, if you want all those animations to run, then just don't do this step. Otherwise, you just want your computer to run faster and you don't care about the animations and themes, and then you guys can do this step. So all you need to do is you need to right click on the start button and then select system, and it will open up this window where you guys can see all the basic information about your computer, and you need to click on this advanced system settings. Once you're going to click on that, it's going to open up the system properties window, and here in the advanced tab you guys can see the performance section, and here you have a button called settings. Click on that and it will open up the performance options window, and here by default it will be in the let Windows choose what's best for my computer, and here you need to select adjust for best performance. So once you're going to select adjust for best performance, all these options are unchecked. And here if you guys check out these options, you guys can see animate controls and the elements inside Windows. So basically this is all about the visual effects and some other things which are gonna take a lot of processing time and make your Windows 10 computer look cool, but while making it look cool, they're gonna use up a lot of processing time and memory. So once you're gonna select this adjust for best performance, all these options are unchecked. All this processing time and memory will be saved, and that can be used for some other programs, and your computer will run faster. And here if you guys want some options, for example smooth edges of screen fonts or any other options, you guys can check that. And once you check the boxes here, it will be changed to custom. That's okay. And once you're done with this, click on apply and okay again, and close this window. Now this time maybe your computer fonts are changed, and also you guys will notice that there will not be any animations running. So your computer will run much faster than the previous state before following all these steps. So this is how you guys can speed up your Windows 10 computer's performance. And if you guys think that this video has helped you guys, then give a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that whenever we upload new videos like this, you're gonna get notified. And also if you guys have any questions or doubts, then you guys can put a comment in here, or if you guys want to contact us directly, you guys can check out our Facebook pages. I'm gonna put all those links in the description box. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.